Welcome to my portfolio. I am Intro Pleis, a doctoral student at Capella University. This will provide an introduction to who I am, the Educational Leadership and Management Program at Capella, and my portfolio. Currently, I live in Centennial, Colorado, with my husband and our 3- and 6-year-old sons. I am thankful for this online program at Capella so that I am able to schedule my classwork around my family's schedule. This has been a challenge and an opportunity in time management. I have spent many late nights with one of my cats working on coursework in my home office while even the cats sleep. As a child, many family members were teachers. I therefore would break the tradition and be anything but a teacher. However, when I enrolled in AmeriCorps and spent a year working with tutors at the University of Richmond and a year as an aide in a Rhode Island kindergarten classroom, I changed my mind. I realized how influential teachers are in the lives of children. It was then that I made the connection between education and social justice, as reflected in this quote under my maiden name. When we are surrounded by people who are similar to us, there is no need to question, no need to explain. When people from many cultural, socioeconomic, educational, and moral backgrounds work together, important things begin to happen. In the midst of this diversity, we begin to question ourselves and others. Dialogue begins, and ideas change. As understanding moves in, ignorance and fear move out. This is the work needed to create the future world that City Year envisions. After completing my master's in education at Wheelock College in Boston, I embarked on my first teaching position in California. For the past 12 years, I have taught 5th and 6th grade in California and Colorado, with a special emphasis on differentiation and family engagement. For the past 2 years, I've been engaged in coursework through Capella University's Educational Leadership and Management Program. There are multiple purposes to this portfolio, and showing my journey from novice to expert is one of those purposes. Throughout the program, we have traveled from novice to expert in a variety of areas, including thoughts on leadership and management, writing, and activity within the workplace. Another purpose of the portfolio is to document completion of the program requirements. Finally, through the development of the portfolio, I am able to assess where I am in my learning journey and set goals for future professional development. When viewing my portfolio, an understanding of the organization will be helpful. The first section includes this introduction and other supporting pieces that explain who I am as a person, a practitioner, and a learner. The second section includes documentation of my personal and professional goals. This also includes my unofficial transcript and my resume. The third section includes documentation of the program outcomes that I have collected throughout the past 2 years of coursework. In the EDD program, a set of program outcomes details the learning that needs to be documented for completion of the coursework. Each artifact I have collected has been placed in a folder labeled with an outcome. These outcomes include lead and manage change, lead and manage a culture of learning, lead and value a culture of diversity, inclusion, and equity, lead through exceptional communication, lead evidence-informed decision-making, lead innovation through inquiry and research. Each of these folders includes an introduction that outlines the artifacts and why those artifacts meet the requirements of that outcome. In this way, I am able to synthesize my learning through justifying why each assignment meets the larger goals of the EDD program. 17 years ago, I did not set out to find a bachelor program designed to prepare me for doctoral work. Yet that is exactly what happened. Thanks to my mother's advice of majoring in something I was interested in, as I would be spending many hours studying that subject, psychology took a major role in my life for 2 years. A much earlier version of the American Psychological Association manual was attached to my hip as I wrote paper after paper using peer-reviewed research. Randolph-Macon Women's College psychology department professors created an intense research-based education for those of us daring enough to stay all the way through to the end. Yet starting my doctoral work 19 months ago, I felt apprehension. Even though it felt uncomfortable, as a novice, it was completely normal to feel this way. Throughout this journey, my self-assessment shows a closer proximity to expert. However, even as that point becomes closer in many areas, the journey begins anew. Just as the explorer reaching the top of a mountain reaches one summit and sets her sights on the next summit, so is the journey of a lifelong learner, and so my journey will continue.